Hi, we're coming to graduation, GME graduation. Got invited by Jenny. So the Marriott hotel next to the hospital. Christina all dressed up.
This was last minute. Rush home from work.
It's actually in the convention center. Right here.
Let's face it. I said no crying.
Food is here, some steak.
And we also wanted to include the entire administration at the GME.
男生的比较大块。
Basically, thank
I always dreadful when Dr. Vargas entertainment presentations. And so I did prepare some written remarks because I think that I'd like to touch upon certain points that go beyond the celebration of our graduating class. And so I would like to thank all of you for being here. And it is an honor for me to present to you the class of 2022. Our class has 3 chief presidents, and we also graduate a class of 2 preliminary residents. So you'll hear 5 names at the end of my presentation as I introduce them to you. Regardless of their diverse career. Are in alphabetical Brent graduate of the University College of Medicine, and he will join the attending staff of Covenant Fox Hospital in Fox, New Mexico, as a general surgeon. During his training at Korea, Dr. Cohen co-authored 1 peer-reviewed publication, and he's also the recipient of the 2021 Starlight Award for Outstanding Resident of the Year for his role as a teacher. Barre, MD. Dr. Barre, Dr. Guillen. Dr. Guillen, graduate of the University of Nevada School of Medicine, will start his surgical clinical care fellowship at Kendall Regional Medical Center in Miami, Florida. During his training here, Dr. Guillen co-authored 2 peer-reviewed publications. He is also the recipient of the 2022 Starlight Award for Outstanding Resident of the Year for Professional Collaboration. Sandra Tomlinson Hansen. Dr. Tomlinson, graduate of the New Staff School of Medicine at Temple University, will start a breast surgery fellowship at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. During the training here, Dr. Tomlinson co-authored 3 peer-reviewed publications that are involving breast surgery. I'd like to recognize the 2 preliminary residents who are graduating from the program. I think Maggie Sean is here. She's a graduate of the University of Arizona School of Medicine. Will continue her training as interventional radiologist at MD Anderson in Houston, Texas. I fired Dr. Michael O'Young, who is a graduate from the University of Miami Village School of Medicine and plans to continue his training in the specialty family medicine. So, to you, class of 2022, it's been rewarding for all of us, the entire faculty, to watch you all grow personally and professionally. And I'm looking forward to following your career paths with no small measure of pride in having played a small part in the success that awaits you. I will also take the opportunity to express my gratitude to career leadership for their vision and their commitment to graduate medical education. To my program faculty, for the support, and I would be remiss if I did not express my deep and eternal gratitude for the hard work of my indispensable residency coordinator, Jennifer.
General surgery is a very long journey. We've been here 5 years, and
I've learned so much from the faculty, both within surgery and in other departments. I still remember our orientation with Dr. Winston giving us tips about how to handle ourselves in the hospital. It really has meant a lot to me. And Dr. Casaro, I also want to thank you specifically. I really appreciated your support, and it's meant a lot to me. And of course, my family, thank you so much. And my co-residents who put up with me as I've been growing throughout this journey. Thank you all, it's been a pleasure.
Hello, everybody. Well, I guess I get to speak too. First of all, when I'm up here, the first thing that comes to mind is sitting in Dr. Casaro's office during interview season over 5 years ago, and I got on some random tangent about healthcare, and I was drawing him pictures and telling him about my thoughts. I'm sure he thought I was insane. But I still remember that day, and I left the room thinking, I like that program director. He seems to really care about his program. And it left a lasting impression on me as well as some other variables while I was on my interview. I ended up ranking Phi Delta #1, and then fast forward 5 years, I'm here today graduating. It seems like it was so long ago, but at the same time, it seems like it just happened just the other day. Obviously, I want to give a big thanks to all the surgical faculty, Dr. Casaro for his infinite support and wisdom and solid work backing up the residents no matter what. Dr. Kirkpatrick, our assistant program director up here, he's constantly on call, seems like every single day, and he's always helping us grow and teaching us all his infinite tricks. I know all our faculty can't be here today, but just a shout out to Dr. Nagapala, Dr. Kalani, Dr. Rasmussen, who is able to be here with us today. I appreciate that. Also a great mentor for me along the way. Dr. Mishesha and Kesava, who I think are still out of the country. Dr. Atherton, who's on call tonight, and Dr. Machado, and as well as our previous graduate, Dr. Oda, who's here teaching us his specialty of colorectal surgery. And of course, I would never want to forget Jennifer, who's always texting us, emailing us, hey, don't forget to check your email, like calling us, like please do this stuff you need to do, and making sure we don't fall behind. I really, really appreciate it. It's very easy to forget when we're so busy. And of course, the fellow co-residents, without all the interns and second years around for me to boss around and make do all my work for me every day. Emily, I see you out there. I really appreciate all your work as well and putting up with us as we learn. And in addition to the surgery team, which has been monumental for my progress throughout these past 5 years, I also want to thank all the other faculty. You all know who you are from all the different programs who are willing to set time aside and talk with us and educate us about your specialties to make us a better person. And lastly, I wanted to thank Phi Delta as a whole, as an institution, all the nurses and support staff, and there's countless people who make this all possible, and I thank you all very much.
Hey everyone, thank you for being here, for supporting us. I was thinking similarly to what Brent said. It's sort of strange when you're in the middle of this process and experiencing kind of the struggles and the challenges that it is to be a resident. It kind of feels like it's never going to end, and you're never going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But then at the same time, being here where I am now after 5 years, I look back and it seems, honestly, in some ways like I just got here. I remember, getting called to the ICU for the first time and being physically scared that I wasn't going to know what to do, and it probably was true that I didn't know what to do. And then, second year, I still felt that same fear, but was able to hide it a little better. And then third year came around, and I still felt the fear, but I was able to actually come up with some sort of solution. Maybe not always the perfect solution, but some sort of solution for the patient. Or utilize whatever resources I had available to me. And the point is that the ability to do these things really comes largely from the people who stick with us while we're here. So, learning this and pretty much anything in life that has any sort of learning curve requires you to show up, and you show up again, and you show up whatever number of times you need to until you sort of get a handle on things. So, with all that said, as many tonight have already said, I just want to express my great gratitude for all of the people and systems that have helped us get through this process. I want to say thanks to my wife, who is always the person who reminds me of who I am and what my values are, why I'm doing this. All the people in GME who have offered their support and shoulder to cry on at times to get us through this, and I guarantee, I'm sure there are moments I've cried during this process. And especially Jennifer, for the reasons that Brent said, and many others, just being there for us, reminding us of all the things that we have to get done. I promise I will get my duty hours put in before I graduate. The nurses in the hospital, that because we ultimately have the same goal as them, and then, of course, our faculty. Dr. Kasara, I told you a couple times, I told you when I got here and a few times over these 5 years that you were the primary reason I wanted to come here, and that I ranked this program the way I did. And that today is still true. I knew that when we met and had our interview that you really got me, and I knew that it just everything, in every way it made sense to come to this program and to become a surgeon. So thanks for that. Additionally, to the rest of our faculty, I think being a faculty member, I can't claim to know yet what it's like firsthand, but I think being a faculty member can often feel very thankless. I know that it doesn't really further your careers. For the most part, you're going to do great regardless, with or without us. But it certainly furthers ours, and all the long hours you spend showing up. You're basically supervising people who are essentially doing the equivalent of learning to walk. And I could see that being very tiring and frustrating at times, but for 5 years you were committed to our success. And that's extremely impressive, and I'm exceedingly grateful for that.